So, we're back. Okay. Well, as most of us know, actually all of us here know, this month, we're intentionally saying yes, yes, yes to creating our life in a way that feels good and easy as we're living. We're intentionally saying yes to letting every day be the best day yet, fully aware that no matter how good it is, it can and it will and it's created to get better and better. Life is not created to reach a peak and then go downhill. Every day that we are here on earth is worthy of our appreciation and celebration, because every day is filled with God's joyous plan for the expansion of creation eternally through us. Abraham Hicks tells us that the entire universe is set up to produce wanting in us. That we can't extinguish wanting in us. That we're born wanters, and that wanting is a good thing. But sometimes we waste our wanting by settling for unwanted. We waste our wanting by using it not to want things to get worse. But when we decide not to settle for less at any point in our life, when we finally decide to ask for our life to be better and better the way we want it to be, it's almost as if we can hear the universe say, "I thought you'd never ask." That's why Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, "Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be open to you." For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks it will be opened. If there wasn't any wanting in us, we would never ask or seek or knock. And we wouldn't receive and expand creation with our awareness of the more and more of this holy, beautiful life that has been created with us in mind, in the mind of God. Science of Mind tells us whatever exists at all must be the result of a definite image of thought held in the mind of God, who is the cause of all. We must realize that God holds man in his consciousness as a perfect being, since the perfect mind could not conceive of an imperfect idea. We're all perfect, just as we are. In truth, there is only light within us and the universe, and only the pure, positive source energy is present that can create anything eternally. And that pure energy is at the center of everything that is, including all of us. We are born wanters, expanding creation with our desires and our own interpretation of life. We've been given absolute freedom to do that. All our life we've been doing it. We've been busy creating our life according to what we believe about life. It's not hard. We've been doing it since we were babies. Every day, every moment of the day. We've been saying yes to life as we believe it to be. Sometimes intentionally and sometimes unintentionally. We've been intentionally saying to the wanted, yes, I want this. Yes, this is beautiful. Yes, this feels good. And we've also been unintentionally saying yes to the unwanted. Yes, this is what I deserve. Yes, this is how life goes for me. We need to put the energy of our intention for good behind our yes. We need to say yes on purpose. Because whatever we're saying yes to is creating our life experiences. If we're not intentional, which is to say, if we don't pay attention to what we're saying yes to in life, if we're not intentionally focused on what we want life to be for us, so that we can attract it to us, we could easily, it isn't hard, to create a life that doesn't feel good or easy as we're living it. Abraham Hicks tells us for every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted, as well as the lack of that which is wanted. Everything we want to manifest in form contains two vibrational aspects. First, there's the vibration within us, and then there's the vibration in our outer world. And there's also the positive vibrational aspect of the presence of what we want right here. There it is. And there's also the negative vibrational aspect that is the absence of what we want. It's not here. That's why it's essential for us to vibe high and feel good about ourselves and life, because that's the vibrational aspect where the good stuff comes from. In this human environment, in this world of contrast and opposites, our experience of life can go either way, but not at the same time. When we're feeling good, we're attracting good. And when we're not, we're not. And never the twain shall meet. They're in different vibrational places. Depending on what we're focusing on in our life right now, it may seem hard to believe that we chose to live this way. But we were actually excited about it. We were excited to come into physical form. But sometimes we say, why can't things just go my way? But the truth is, things always go our way, even when it appears that they're not. The experience of contrast isn't a problem to be solved. It's what makes this world go round for us. We wanted it this way. It's the this and that, and the choices we get to make for this or that, that's fundamental to the creation process in our life. And we're creating our experiences all the time. The contrast allows us, as Abraham Hicks says, to sift and sort. It allows us to define and refine what we want to create in our earth life while we're here. What we want to be and see and do and experience. We just sometimes forget that we're here to create for ourselves and through ourselves. And that we can be for something without being against anything. It's our againstness of what we're not for that gets in our way of receiving the good we're looking for. Every thought on every subject has an opposite. Abraham Hicks tells us it's like a stick with two ends, with what's wanted on one end and the absence of what's wanted on the other end. For example, the subject of financial freedom has abundance on one end, a lack of money on the other end. It's usually our experience of lack of money that inspires us to ask for abundance, to ask for financial freedom. In the same way, feeling sick causes us to ask for help. That feeling lonely causes us to want a loving relationship. And that feeling angry or frustrated causes us to want to feel peace. When we want anything, our wanting lights up the positive end of the stick. And our inner being, the one within us, on the vibrational side of us, the one that's alive as pure positive energy within us, only sees the positive end of the stick. It never follows any negative thought we might have, never looks, has no interest in the unwanted. So our inner being is focused on the end of the stick that we've lit up with our wanting. It knows the good we want. And it vibrationally attracts to us, within us, that very thing. No resistance, no problem. What we're looking for is already within us. It's our human focus that needs tweaking if we want to see it. Because where we're looking determines which end of the stick we're humanly activating in our experience, in this human experience. Which brings us to the title of today's talk. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? And I got to tell you before I go on, I walked in this morning and Jamie was sharing that as she drove in, you know, she creates the sign, so she was just checking to see what was on the sign, and it said, "What are you looking at?" And she looked away. See, and there are opposites to everything. What are you looking at? Or what are you looking at? But the thing is, there is no not in the whole universe. And what I mean by that, what we're looking at is what we're going to see. Let's not look at the elephant in the room. Don't look. Don't think about it. What we look at, we give our creative power to. If we say, let's pray, that doesn't happen. If we say, let's vision, that doesn't happen. We're giving our attention to the unwanted. That's what we're looking at. We have to look at and only at what we want with full trust. That is what will come about into our human view. The Bengalese poet and writer and composer and philosopher Rabindranath Tagore wrote, "Faith is the bird that feels the light and sings when the dawn is still dark." All it takes for us to receive anything we've asked for, it doesn't matter what it is, health, a relationship, money, peace on earth, anything we want, is to keep the faith, our faith, in it and focus on its arrival. If we don't look toward the positive direction our good is coming from, we'll miss it. We can feel the light within us, even when it's still dark around us. We can be of good cheer and sing that it's already here within us, that light, that pure positive energy. And we can greet the dawn of it with a smile. Sadhguru, one of my favorite gurus, said the other day, there's medical and scientific evidence that if we are pleasant for 24 hours, you know how he loves 24 hours, without a moment of anxiety, irritation, or agitation, if we're just blissful for 24 hours, our intellect, the sharpness of our intellect, could go up 100%. So those are pretty good odds, just for being cheerful. He said it's been proven that our blood chemistry will change, that everything about us will change if we just remain very joyful for 24 hours. We can do anything for 24 hours if we make it our intention to do it. We just focus on what we're for, what we want, and forget about what we're against and what we don't want. When we're focused on the wanted end of the stick, we receive what we're looking for, because what we're looking at, we're looking with. The vibration of positivity that's full of what we want and then some. Now, whenever I ask Jim Boylan how he's doing. He always says, I'm too blessed to be stressed. And I like that. And so the other day I was thinking about that. And then I'm too happy to be snappy came to mind. And I like that one too. And then I'm too grateful to be hateful, and I'm too glad to be sad, all joined in. It was a symphony in my mind. We create our life through our mood and attitude. Our experience of life can go either way. We can drag around and drag our life with us, and it is tiring. Or we can be joyful, too blessed to be stressed, too happy to be snappy, too grateful to be hateful, and too glad to be sad, because our life will, because it's made to, go either way, but never at the same time. If we keep our eyes on the prize, if that's what we're looking at, we'll create a life we enjoy with our joy. In the way of the heart, we read, can you remember to use time constructively by focusing your intention, by reminding yourself of what you are truly here for? You are not here to survive. You are here to live as the truth of who you are. Namaste. All right. Well, thank you again for being here. Some of you have some explaining to do later. We'll talk. And thank you for being with us online. We're grateful that you showed up this morning. You're probably all warm and dry. But we're warm and kind of dry. And we're just so grateful to be doing what we're doing with each other, with all of us together. You know, it takes two. Well, it takes a village, and it takes a center, and it takes it takes all of us. And if some of us are just not interested right now, that's okay. Because if enough of us are interested, we'll transform the world. It can't help but transform before our very eyes. So who cares? We care about what we're doing and who we are as we're doing it. And we're grateful to know that it matters every single moment. So if you would like this message to go out and touch others, because you've been touched by it this morning, we know everyone who's here supports LEC because you are LEC. When you give to yourself. Feels good, doesn't it? And I know that there are many of you that watch live stream that support us. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So really, I'm not talking to the choir here. I'm talking to you who might be listening either on a CD or on a video or live this morning. If you'd like to see this again, or you just appreciate that you saw it today, and you wonder what you can do with all that gratitude within you, well, financial support is a good way to show it. And if you don't know how to do that, then our treasurer, Dr. Jamie Phillips, is here to tell you have.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Whew, I might have to listen to that talk again. It was so good.
Thank you.
Hits it out of the park every day, or every week. Very good. Thank you. And speaking of wanted and not wanted, I'm just going to lay it all on the line right now. I want the Tigers to win the Central Division. Whew! That's my focus.
Hope they heard you.
And if you'd like to give to the Life Enrichment Center, there are several ways you can do that. On Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. There's a donate button on that page. You can go to our website, lecflint.com. There's a donation button on that site. You can donate via PayPal. For that, you'll need our email address, which is lec2512@gmail.com. And lastly, if you'd like to send in a check, you can do so at our P.O. Box, Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321-294, Flint, Michigan, 48532. And here in the sanctuary, we'll be taking an offertory while we listen to Marcia Allen singing In This Very Room, and then followed up by Reverend Stephanie with a gratitude prayer. Thank you.